Alright, hello. Today we are back with another video, and today my dad is going to be telling you guys about Rockwall Guy and Casino Lady. Alright, here's my dad.
More precisely, I am going to be talking about cruise experiences and some of the things you can do that are not exactly on the program. And one of those is people watching, and I find that to be a very interesting activity on a cruise when you have something else to do. Maybe instead of sitting in a library, or you go up on pool deck and you have a look around at what's going on. The last cruise I went on had a few interesting individuals. We did have Casino Lady, we had Butt Crack Guy, we had Loudmouth, and I also saw Jesus. And I'll get into all of these in a moment. But as you go through, when you're on a cruise, you're going to see people from all over the world, different types of people. And we Butt Crack Guy is just exactly what you think of. You're on the pool deck, you're walking around, and all of a sudden you're like, oh my God, this thing is in front of you, or it's on the stairs in front of you, and you just can't believe that they would put something like that on. But anyway, that happens. That's one thing. Then you have Loudmouth Guy, which is someone that you run into multiple times throughout the cruise that just doesn't know how to modulate their voice correctly, and you can hear their conversation from across the room. The other one is Casino Lady that we saw. And this is a woman who was married to several of the slot machines downstairs, and you could tell when she ran out of money because about four or 5 days into the cruise, she was no longer in the casino. But she had lived down there, probably had her meals by the slot machine, and then moved on. Now, the more interesting one, I'm not trying to be sacrilegious at all, but was this guy. I am telling you, he looked just like Jesus. Beard, or this brown beard and this other thing. He was even wearing a robe. And it was, I mean, I have seen this guy in the Bible 100 times. It is amazing how if I was sick or injured or something, I honestly would have gone up to him and asked him if he could heal me. That's what I'm thinking. He's the kind of guy you could throw sandals on and put him in the middle of a church and everybody would go nuts. But anyway, so these are the kind of interesting people you see. But I have one in particular, one story, this Rockwall Guy. And this was a cruise from the 1990s. And it just demonstrates something to look for. And that's when you very first get on the cruise in the first few hours. You're getting in, you're getting settled in, you're getting your food, maybe, looking around, trying to learn the layout of the ship. And they have special features on the ships. And there's always somebody somewhere on that ship that is the first one to jump in and do some activity. Now, rock wall climbing was not a big thing back in the 90s. It was just starting to get up to speed. And this was one of the few very first ships that ever had a rock wall that you could climb. Well, I had just gotten on the ship, gotten my Mai Tai, and I'm up on the top deck looking around. And there's a guy climbing the rock wall, and he's pretty good. Obviously, he's done this many, many times. And everybody kind of stops to look at it, and he ignores everybody and pretends like they're not even there. And he's doing all these climbs and other things, and he's chalking up and doing. So it's kind of interesting to watch him for a while. And then day two comes, and other people are doing it, and there's Rockwall Guy. He's still doing the rock wall. Must do it like 4 or 5 hours a day. It's incredible. But this time nobody's really paying any attention to him because the novelty's worn off. Day three, same thing, only Rockwall Guy is there, and now he's trying to show off a little bit, do some stunts and turn this way and that way. By day four, the guy with the whistle that, make sure you don't get hurt or something, is blowing the whistle at him and telling him don't do that and whatever else, whatever. Anyway, saw this guy for 4 solid days on this rock wall. I don't know if he did anything else. But anyway, day five, I don't see him on the rock wall. day, day six, I see him. He's in a cast in one of the lounges. But anyway, so next time you're on a cruise, look out for these guys. Try and find them. See what you do when you have nothing to do. They can be very, very interesting.
Alright, guys, that was my dad. I hope you enjoyed his story. If you like the story, leave a comment that says Jesus in it, and have a nice day. Alright, bye-bye.